In the past, I talked about foreign women, and their aggressiveness when it comes to, foreign men in their country. And I talked about their sexual energy. Their sexual energy is at a all-time high. Okay, you got no fucking goddamn problem getting sexual energy from a foreign woman. Foreign women and foreign countries outside the US are the aggressor, okay? You don't have to walk up to them. They approach you and ask you out on dates. Here in the West, we're used to being the aggressor, where you always gotta walk up to a female and ask her on a date. You always gotta fucking initiate conversations, or you gotta make contact with them first, and always being the aggressor because there's so many men to compete with here in the US. I just say that the ratio here in the US is not good. That's why you see a lot of thirsty simps walking around because of the fucking ratio is all fucked up. When you go to like places like Thailand or Colombia, okay, there's like 10 fucking women for each man out there, okay? So when the ratio is like that, of course, the women are going to be a little bit more aggressive than usual, you know? If you stepped a foot in Thailand or in even in Brazil or Colombia, women will fucking nearly lose their minds, okay? Especially when you open your mouth and you start speaking English, all of a sudden you become more interesting, okay? You speak English, okay? That's your ticket right there. That's your foot in the door. Matter of fact, it's not even a foot in the door. It's like a walk on in. That's your ticket in. There's no foot in the door. There's no half stepping with foreign women, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna struggle like you do here in the US. I'm telling you. You feel me? Like I got like foreign women sending me naked pictures of themselves. Okay? Naked pictures of themselves. I got titties and ass all in my phone. I'm not lying. From foreign women. One chick, she sent me a picture of her face and tits. Okay? She didn't even cover her face up. She sent me face and tits. Okay? Big old nice Hershey Kiss nipples. Her nipples are huge. And she could lick her own fucking goddamn tits, man. She could lick her fucking own nipples. I got another chick that sent me, you know, a fucking ass shot. She sent me an ass shot, bro, with her in lingerie, and she's feminine with long fucking goddamn hair down her back. Okay, she's attractive. She's fairly attractive. She's not super attractive like a model, but she's like around a 5 or a 6 in the face. But that body, I give it a goddamn 7, okay? She's a seven in the body. Nice body. I say 7 is a good number. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to be the aggressor in Thailand or in Colombia. All you got to do is just be American, and these females get aggressive really, really fast. You know, black men, let me tell you, man, you got your pick of women going into these countries, man. You got your pick. It's not like the U.S., okay, where a lot of black men are being starved sexually, okay, sexually starved, and can't get a date, can't get no pussy on a regular. You're scrounging around for scraps here in the states because of the dating scene, bruh. Let me tell you, the reason why females are not aggressive out here, man, because there's too many men. There's too many men to compete with, and the ratio is fucked up. In a lot of cities in the U.S., man, the ratio is fucked up. We have too many men in the U.S. We don't have enough women. Let me tell you, in the U.S., if there was if there was 10 women per man, we wouldn't have the issues that we have right now in dating. We wouldn't. And let me tell you the reason. One of the reasons why we have too many men. First of all, we haven't had a war in I don't know how long. Uh, Second of all, the tech companies, you know, they they make men travel or gravitate toward certain areas in the city. Okay, like over here in in the Bay Area, a lot of men have all over the country traveled all the way from their cities to our cities here in the Bay Area. Okay, just for a good job. Okay, so it makes men travel. The jobs here make men gravitate toward all to one spot. You know what I'm saying? Like San Jose is a fucking swordfish. Fucking, it's a it's a fucking sausage fest. You see what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna get a date, man? And there's so many men to compete with. There's like fucking 40 men to like one woman and shit. Like, dude, that's not gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for dating at all. Especially for men. It's not good for men at all. Okay, when you got so many men competing for women, which is not good. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you cut it. It's not good for dating. It will fuck up, you know, dating for a lot of men. It would leave a lot of men out of the dating scene. Okay, and you know what? And you know what? It's a lot of things too, man. You know, there's a lot of illegal immigrants coming over too. You know what I'm saying? Then we got to compete with them. If you look at some of these mobs that come over the border, okay, that come here to the U.S. illegally, okay, those men, we got to compete with those men. Got to compete with the illegal. You know what I mean? So more men are being poured into the fucking goddamn U.S., which is not good for dating at all. You know what I'm saying? And the U.S. welcomes these illegal immigrants with all arms. It's like, dude, okay, dude, this is what's fucking up the dating scene, man. That's how that got something to do with women not being so aggressive. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tie these two together because that does have something to do with you know um, women not being so aggressive here in the U.S. versus in other countries. The population or the ratio, okay, is in control. You go to Thailand, there's like 10 or 12 women per man out there. So there's a lot of like single, lonely women out there that are not being looked at. Okay, let me tell you, man, the 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 single woman in Thailand is real. There's a lot of women who are not getting sex on a regular basis. Why? Because they're being outshadowed and being outclassed by women who are eight, nines, and tens. There's eight, nines, and tens all over Thailand. Okay, more than enough for every single man out there. So when you step up on the scene and you know, you're a foreigner in their country, they're gonna look at you like a piece of meat. Okay, they're gonna be like, okay, this guy, he's gonna fuck me good because you know he's gonna really do me. Okay, because her pussy hasn't been touched in 2 years. There's women out there in Thailand, okay, that haven't been touched in 2 years. No wonder they're aggressive. They're being sexually starved like we are out here in America. It's reverse out here in America, man. You know what I'm saying? Where the men out here are being sexually starved because there's not enough goddamn women to go around. But in Thailand, the women are being sexually starved because there's not enough men to go around. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of like independent single women who got good jobs, they are alone. They, you go to their pictures, bro. The only thing you might see, they might be they with their family or anything, but they got no pictures of no men in their fucking goddamn. I mean, especially if she's a single mother, she gets no play from the men out there whatsoever. Once they find out that she's a single mother, she's pretty much out of the loop. They move on. Why? Because there's so many women out there that don't have kids. Okay? So when you got the ratio on point, man, that's good for a lot of men, man, because you ain't got to struggle or compete with Chad and Tyrone. You see what I'm saying? Here in the U.S., the Chads and the Tyrones, they got the dating market cornered. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many Chads and Tyrones, man. You know what I mean? And not only Chads and Tyrones, but Robertos. Um, you got to compete with Indian men, especially for Indian women attention. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Indian the Indian men, they got their fucking women on lock. Ain't too many foreigners, especially here in the U.S. or ain't too many men in the U.S. gonna be fucking dating Indian women. You don't see that every day. You know what I'm saying? You might see an Indian woman with a white dude here and there, but that's not even the case. You see what I'm saying? So that right there, that you know that cuts out some of the pussy. I can't even talk. That cuts out some of the pussy right there, bro. And you like me, I'm surrounded by a bunch of Indian women, and they don't want to have nothing to do with me, man. A lot of these women, they look at me and they're like, "Oh my God," they get scared, or you know, or they look at me, they like me, but they don't want to date me because of their parents, or their friends might shame them or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, um, they're less aggressive out here, man, because of the ratio. There's so many men to compete with. You see what I'm saying? In the U.S., it's not dating market is not good in the U.S. No matter how you slice it, it's not good for men. So men are gonna have to leave their country to have a better dating life. You know what I'm saying? In other countries, because let me tell you, man, I am hot in Thailand. Dude, I will be going through them if I was in Thailand. I'm talking about beautiful women, bruh. Like out here, we got a bunch of land wells to choose from. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? It's like we got a bunch of land wells that we have to choose from, and it's not good. We go to Thailand, we got thin, attractive, 25 and sometimes 30-year-olds. You see what I'm saying? That's just begging for your attention. And I'm like, God damn, being a 40-year-old man in a foreign country would be like heaven for me. It's like a paradise for like single men, in Thailand. And they dig the brothers, man. They dig the brothers out there. They dig black men. I had one troll come around to my channel and tell me, "Well, they don't like black men out there. They don't like dark skin. This and that, this and this." I was like, "Please, bro. I got naked pictures of like Thai women in my phone that I look at on a regular basis." You see what I'm saying? They love black men out there. They love us. The same thing. You go to Colombia, okay? You American, you step up on the scene, you got no problem getting women, bro. No fucking problem. It's only in America where you have the problems, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem getting a date. You got problems getting sex. You see what I'm saying? You just got problems, problems, problems. You can't even get a girlfriend if your life depended on it. Especially here in the Bay Area, bro. I've been single for the last 4 years, and it's been exhausted and it's been lonely. Now, I tried to even, get females in a relationship with me. Okay, it's not like I've been like just going around having sex, pumping and dumping and shit. I've been trying to get women into a relationship with me, but they move on really quickly. Okay, they don't stick around at all. We have sex and they move on. Like the other day, I got snatched in by a Hispanic chick into a hotel. I told you guys that. And after I bust that nut, you know what I'm saying, she discarded me really quickly. She was like, "Oh, you gotta go, you gotta go." After I bust that nut, I said, "Okay, might got a man coming back to the telly, or she mad at her man, or something's going on." So, women here in the U.S. are not that aggressive because of the ratio, bruh. You see what I'm saying? There's too many men to compete with. Too many. You see what I'm saying? Like I said here in the Bay Area, women are not aggressive. Women are not really checking you out a whole lot, man. Some of them do. Don't get me wrong. There's a few women that look at you when you buff, you got muscles and shit. So you catch a few eyes. You know what I'm saying? I catch a few Indian women looking at me every now and then. Not a whole lot, but a few. We talking about one out of like 50 women might look at me. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that one out of fucking 70. You see what I'm saying? But that's not a good thing, especially in your home country. You should be able to get pussy here. You see what I'm saying? You should be able to get pussy in your own country. You know, and that's not the case with a lot of men. So a lot of dudes are gonna fucking have to leave the US in search of a better life, in search of a better a dating situation, because the dating situation here in America is pretty much doomed, and it's never gonna come back to the way it was before uh, social media. Okay, um, the women in Thailand. Let me tell you from my experience, the women in Thailand are horny as fuck. They're not being fucked on a regular basis. Like I told you, some women out there, that are beautiful. They're like sixes and sevens. They haven't had sex in a year, 2 years, because the men out there, maybe they might be too old, or, they might be have a little bit of weight on them or something like that. And the men are not gonna touch them at all because they got their pick of, thin, attractive women that are like eight, nines, and tens, or sometimes sevens and stuff. So when the men are full, okay, and there's some leftovers, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna come around and be like, oh shit, these leftovers are like not like really not the leftover women like where like where they're way past their prime or they got kids or something like that, but a nice 25-year-old that's slim and attractive, you see what I'm saying, with no kids, you know, and some of the Thai guys, they might not look at her, you know what I mean? They might not, oh, okay, she's like a 5 or a 6. But you, if you came along, you'd be banging that fucking five or a six up because out here in the West, man, the fives and sixes think they better than you. So you have a hard time getting fives and sixes. You see what I'm saying? So when you switch countries and you go to places like Thailand or you go to places like Colombia, okay, or Brazil, okay, where the ratio is pretty good, amongst men and women, you know, you're gonna have a better time and an easier time getting women. I told you once before, man, the fucking US is too saturated with men, and we have to get away from the saturation. Why you think I've been like playing a lotto like crazy, in the past? Because I'm so desperate to get away from the West. You see what I'm saying? You know, I want to have a better life elsewhere, a higher quality of life. So my thing is hit the jackpot and retire early in another country. That's the plan. Early retirement. Shit, it might take me a few years to hit a jackpot, but as long as I get there, because I really want to have a better dating life. Um, like I said before, man, women in other countries are the aggressor because of the lack of men that's there, or the picky men. The men are super picky in Thailand and in China and in Brazil and in Colombia because there's so many women to choose from. So you know what? And the men they're gonna treat them like crap because they're used to having beautiful women all around. So if they lose a girlfriend, they get another girlfriend right away before the sundown. Okay, before the fucking sundown, they'll have another girlfriend. It's not like that out here, bruh. You lose a girlfriend, you're gonna be single for a couple of years, guarantee that. Unless you one of the top 10% dudes, then yeah, you're the top fucking 20%, then yeah, you're gonna get a girlfriend right away. If you're not in the top 20%, you're gonna be single for at least 6 months, 7 months, okay, and unintentionally too. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna be single for a long time. So the women out here in the U.S., man, they're not aggressive. Why? Because there's too many men, too many thirsty simps. That's all in their inbox. Okay, I'm talking to women in Thailand. Okay, and I tell them that, hey, I'm coming to Thailand. Whenever I come to Thailand, I'm coming to Thailand next year. That's what I say to them, right? And I'd be like, hey, yeah, let's get some dinner. And she'd be like, okay. Damn, I'm like, damn, that's easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, that shit is easy because there's not a whole lot of men out there that's fucking them. Okay? These women, like I said before, man, these women in different countries, they go like they go without sex for like a year or two. I'm not lying. There are some lonely ass females out there, big time. You know, you know. I like all women, man. I like sex is sex, man. It don't matter what the color is. It's just the procreation I have a problem with. But I'm just saying, it's like this, man. You know, there's men all over the place, man, out here in the U.S. That's the reason why a lot of dudes having problems. It's not the fact that you're not ugly. You see what I'm saying? You might be a normie or something like that. It's the competition that's fucking up everything. Like I said before, the top guys they got the I can't even talk. They got the dating market cornered. Okay, the top guys they got the dating market cornered, and you have to fly the coop unless you're gonna become part of the top 20% out here in America, then you don't really have to go anywhere. But if you're not trying to become, the top 20%, then you're gonna have to fucking leave. Out here you got to do the fucking pickup artist bullshit, and you got to dress to the teeth. You got to dress, all the time good and shit. You see what I'm saying? You got to wear designer clothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to drive a fancy car just so you could get a girlfriend or get some pussy. It's not like that in foreign countries. All you got to do is start speaking English, man, and pretty much you're in the fucking door, man. So yeah, women in other countries are more aggressive because of the lack of men, you know, in their area or wherever they're from. So you have to be mindful that this fucking system has fucked up dating big time, and you have to leave the country or you're gonna suffer here forever, man. The dating scene will not get better in America. You have to find a way to survive in another country for long term. I'm talking about leaving for good. I'm talking about never coming back. Only coming back to visit, and then you go back to like Colombia or Brazil. Yeah, there is better looking women in Colombia. It is beautiful women. You know, you know. So the dating scene in America is pretty much a wreck. It'll never go back to the way it used to be. If you waiting for it to go back to the way it used to be, bro, you must be dreaming, man. You have to fly the coop. Figure out a way to survive in another country, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my thing is, man, there's a lot of men who have been shut out of the dating market because of all the saturation. You know, my thing is being able to get a woman under your wing without a struggle, you know. And that's where foreign women come in because foreign women are super aggressive when it comes to dating, especially if you're a if you're a foreigner. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why the only reason why men struggle here in the US is because of the saturation. That's all it is. There's an imbalance of men and women, man. Not enough pussy to go around. Seriously, it's not. You know. So a lot of men are going to have to look elsewhere to live because it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Things are going to get worse. They're not going to get any better. Anyway, man, I got to end this live stream. I got to get up and go to work. You know. So if you want to have a better life, you know, when it comes to women, okay, you're gonna have to leave another and go to another country. I ain't talking about just like visiting. Nah, nah, bro. You got to stay out there, man, because it's not gonna get any better. Long distance relationships do not work. Okay, some other dude's gonna be banging your girl and shit while you over here. You see what I'm saying? A lot of dudes they try to like move to like Thailand or they try to move to like um, Colombia and ended up coming back here because they lost a job or they couldn't survive out there somehow, so they had to come back here. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? You don't want that to happen. You want to have at least a few $100,000 to retire on, and you got to live on the budget while you're over there. That's the thing about it. You can't go over there and be buying everything you want. No, you gotta live on a budget while you living there. Like it's for example, if you got like 300 grand to retire on, you gotta live on a budget month to month. You know what I'm saying? Every day until you croak, and for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got to end the video. You guys have a good day. Subscribe, like, comment, donate, and I'm out. Peace out. Take care.